Oh, down and bring neons back! Oh my god. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to a shed, an echoey shed that I'm in today. Now this video is brought to you by carhuddle.com, the free online car show directory. And today I have received a very special parcel in the post. A lot of you have seen a lot of my comments on my videos that I do. Whenever I see a car with neons, neon lights, underglow lights underneath the chassis, I say, bring neons back! And it's a movement that I've been promoting. And during this period where everyone's indoors, what's better opportunity to put neons on our cars? So I encourage all of you to buy kits like this from eBay. It might work, it might not, and fit neons to your car. So once this is all over, we can all meet up and everyone will have underglow on their cars. Obviously, neon lights are no longer neon lights, they're LEDs. Neon lights has been phased out now, so they're not actually neons, but it's easier to call them neon lights because everyone knows what you're on about. But if we can get a whole community of people to do what I'm going to try and do today, then I reckon car shows will be a lot brighter and more fun. And here, rather fittingly, is my Bring Neons Back t-shirts, which you can get at adamc.tmill.com. All the range of my t-shirts, including this very suitable t-shirt, are available on that site. So bring neons back, start the movement. I'm going to start the movement by fitting. I'm not going to wear this t-shirt because I don't want to get it dirty, but you can show your appreciation in true 70s neon style by going to the site or clicking the link down below. So it was a 90s tradition in the max power era of cars would have underglow lighting in multiple colours, and you can buy kits from eBay for as little as £15 that either plug into the cigarette lighter of your car, or you can get them up to the battery, and you can have boxes that make the colours dance to the music as well. And this is the kit that I've bought. So this was about £17, I believe. So it's called Coloured Car Chassis Lamp. It's not the most, amazing product in the world. It's not branded or anything. It's very, very generic. So it's just a black box with a Porsche Cayenne, or is it a Macan? I don't know. And then some kind of Mercedes with examples of what colours you can go. Underneath it's just some kind of carbon style design, and then some sizes for you. So it should come with 4. So there's one for the side, one for the other side, one for the front, and one for the back. So here is all you get in the package. So cable ties to go with my collection of cable ties. We've got the remote, so you can choose what colour you go. I think I'll go predominantly blue. Then you've got this cigarette lighter adapter here. We've got some instructions, and then these strips with some sticky double-sided tape on them, which will create the colours underneath the car. So we've got a little instruction booklet here about how to use the remote, which is very useful because no one knows how to use remotes. There's so many remotes these days. So I'm going to attempt to fit this all to my 350Z. I think I'm going to need to get through the transmission tunnel off where the gear stick pokes out. I'm going to have to take the gear stick off the car. It's not something I'm very clued on doing. I'm not a very mechanically minded person, as some of you might have realised, but I'm going to give it a go. A bit different to normal, not a normal kind of video that I'd normally produce. But anyway, let's get to the Nissan and start fitting some neon lights. I think first we should connect them to the battery to actually see if they work. So hopefully they should have a direct kind of feed to the battery. No. Okay, that was a waste of time. I might as well just plug them in with this. So the 350Z has 2 cigarette lighters. It's got the one under there that I've got to charge my phone and the dash cam with. And then it's got one in between the seats as well. So I will put it through there, I think. Just take this USB thingy out of it. Now, full disclosure, I'm not very mechanically nor electronically minded, but... of course, I need to actually plug it in to the box. Let there be, actually I'll turn it on, yeah, no. Let there be power. Yes! Oh my god, oh dear. Oh, that is talking to my voice. Hi, I'm Adam C. Exterminate! Oh dear. Well, this is the rest of the video. Bring neons back! Well, that was fantastic. So that's the IR controller, so it goes to the beat of the music. There must be another way to change that. I'll work it out. Well, it's nice to know that they work. Off. That's brilliant. So I'll keep that permanently plugged in. And now I need to find a way to feed it through to underneath the car. And the only way to do that is to remove this. So that involves unscrewing my lovely gear knob that I bought from Japfest last year. So the next thing to do is to remove like this bit around it, so I can basically take it all apart. And I've got this weird brush design that I quite like that someone has put on, but he stuck that on top of the pre-existing bit of plastic, so I don't want to risk that being unstuck. So I need to get like a prying tool underneath the black bit, I believe, and then that will pry the whole thing off, and then I can get access. All I need is access to underneath the car for some wires, I think. Oh, actually, oh no, I don't. Right, maybe I don't need tools then, I just wing it. So that's connected by that. Obviously this is not a normal guide on how to do it because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's remove that little piece and the sound deadening. It's a little bit dirty. Just need a few, what are they, 10 mils? Remove that and then we can get access to underneath the car. I'm actually a minority because I actually own a 10mm and I haven't lost it. It's probably because I never use it. Don't know how tight they are at the moment, but they shouldn't need to be too tight. Oh, they're actually almost finger tight. Now my biggest fear is crossing threads, and I will endeavour not to do that today. Am I being stupid? Is something else holding this down? Like most things in life, it is just a little bit stiff. There we go. Probably never been removed before. There we go, down there are some brick tiles. We have entry. Probably should jack the car up to do this. I really can't be bothered. So before I do go about jacking the car up, let's see what we've actually got. Apparently sometimes the wire isn't quite long enough and you need to cut it and extend it. That's something that I'm not experienced at, so I'd rather not have to try and do, because I know that it would go wrong. That's almost half the length of the car, and from here to the back's probably the longest distance, so I don't know, we'll see. My driveway is on a slope and I obviously got too carried away getting the gear shifter apart. I should probably move the car onto a flat surface to jack it up now, so I'm going to try and drive it onto the road without a gear stick on. And I'm also wearing flip-flops, so barefoot. I haven't started this car in a few weeks. Down, and that's reverse. It's really weird driving barefoot. I have a lot of feedback. Oh. You've called me at a moment.
Why? What's happened to your gear stick?
I took it off.
For what reason? What is that on the side? Is that your entire jack?
So here's my rubbish jack under the diff. Gradually jacking the car up. Oh my god. Oh. So it seems my jack isn't actually very great. It's, yes, the car fell. I'm gonna get so slated by the internet mechanics on this video. Yeah, the jack isn't quite like wide enough, it's not very big. And I was aware of this and I had a slight lapse of concentration and the wheels turned and the car fell off, and yeah, you saw what happened. That was bad. I jacked the car up to a point that I was like happy with, and then I got my axle stands and it wasn't quite high enough to get the axle stands underneath, so I had to go a bit higher and I was a bit like wary of it. And but the way that the road works is the road slopes down a little bit one way and the pavement slopes the other way to create some kind of gutter, so the only way to get the car actually flat horizontally is to have one wheel on the pavement, one wheel on the road. Right, so that's a far safer way of doing it. Yes, I am chocked at the front. So I could have been a little bit more generous with how much space I've got, but at least now I can see where the gear stick is, which is just there. That's where the light is coming out. I'll just poke myself up. Hello! Just so I'll get the little control module up through that gap. Little bits of dust are falling on me. So the box won't actually fit through the gap, so instead of cutting the wire, I'm gonna feed the neons the other way. So to better explain it, I couldn't get this box up through here, so I'm gonna have to keep this side and feed all the wires and things down this way. So that's good. So I've fed it out the passenger side so I don't see it when I'm driving along, so it can just tuck down behind the seat, so it's pretty much invisible other than that bit. So I was thinking, oh no, where's it all gone? There's only two. I've managed to feed some of it up into there somehow. So to sort out this spaghetti junction to work out where the fronts go and the backs go now. I hate this, it's like untangling headphones. There we go. Seems the wire should be long enough to reach the front and the rear. So before I do any sticking, I should clean the car where the lines of LED strips are going to go. And all I've got, I really need some like alcoholic panel wipe or something like that, but I've got some turtle wax bug and tire remover. So I reckon just along here. So the strips are about 123 centimeters and the car is roughly 185. So 185 minus 123 is 62, divided by 2 is 31, so I'll leave 31 centimeter gap at the front of the car before I start the strip. So it's not an ideal surface. You can tell that's quite rough, but it's better than anywhere else under the car. Where's the tape measure? Oh, it's just there. So one side down, 3 more to go. Now the 2 sides are both on and that's fine. I've got to the back and the wire is just about not long enough. It doesn't reach. But the wire is not long enough, the strip is too long. So again, I should have stopped and thought about what I was doing before I just went ahead and did it. So I've obviously stuck these on, but I should have really fed it through so the wire would be above all the exhaust and everything rather than hanging below it. So I've just discovered there are actually instructions. It's not that useful though. Look for holes that can pass through the strap at the installation location and then pass through the strap. If there are no holes, use tools to drill. I think that's what I just hadn't done. So I've been trying to tidy it all up. I mean, I'm going to have to go around the bit of exhaust there. Luckily there's a bit of heat shielding there so it won't get too warm. The front I've managed to feed it through without having to use any cable ties, and I've put it on. I'll show you in a bit. The back can only go to about here, and then I'm literally going to bodge it. I'm going to cable tie it to this along that, so it'll be quite far away from the back, but at least it's something. So I ideally would have wanted to put it on this bit here, but I worry that you'd be able to see the light, so I've put it on the under tray underneath the splitter there. I hope it stays stuck onto the dirty under tray. I've put one cable tie in the middle there, which is the only place I could put it because there's no more holes to go through, but we'll see. So I've got a few more cable ties to use up, but before I tighten all the cable ties I have used, I'm going to put this all back together just to make sure I don't need any more length, and then I'll just finish the job and wait till the evening, because right now you can't see the lights because it's too sunny. Okay, so it is clipped in here, but it's not managed to do it here, obviously, because these are poking out. So I think I'm just going to have to live with that. And now for a tidy up and just to tighten up all the cable ties, and then we're done. So there we have it. They've all been fitted. So I've bodged this one on completely by cable tying it along here. I don't know whether that'll be visible because it's quite far from the rear, but that's as close as I could get it. And I've followed a brake line down the tunnel there. The 2 side ones were fairly easy, just kind of avoided any hot things. I've put one cable tie right at the front just to make sure it doesn't fall off randomly, because I don't trust it being stuck to the under tray. But yeah, now it's just a waiting game, so we can get a little bit darker and see what they look like. Right, so it is a little bit darker. Let's have a look. And then this big red button here. There we go. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, so I can't work out how to stop it from changing colour. The buttons don't seem to work. But so this is the remote for it. I can't work out, well, it doesn't seem to work very well. It changes with the beat of the music, so if I tap it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there you go. But it doesn't seem, I want it just blue. I've got it epileptic. I've done it! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. So it's just a bit rubbish. Right. There we are! Blue neons. So after quite a long afternoon fitting in, they are finally in and they look spectacular. So I'm looking forward to the first evening car meet that I go to after this is all blown over, whether that be in a few weeks or months. At least it's ready to go. And it doesn't look that bad. Hopefully it all stays on. I know that Lee Lockwood has just done it to his car as well. So I want to start a movement. Hashtag bring neons back and try and get everyone else just to fit neons to your cars during this period. It's the ideal time to do it. It didn't take too long, too much expertise. I'm not the most mechanically minded, as you can probably tell. The car fell off a lift and whatnot. Imagine going back to car meets and everyone has neons. So hashtag bring neons back on Instagram. Get all your followers, all your friends to fit neons to your cars. It was like £17 on eBay. There are cheaper ones, there are more expensive ones, and everyone's cars can look fantastic. So I just really want to push this forward. I'm going to post it on my Instagram a lot as well, just to try and encourage more and more of you to get neons. Lee Lockwood's done it. I've now done it. So I don't know how long I'm going to keep it on the car for. I mean, it's a bit of a bodge job, but most things are these days, especially in the Japanese modified industry. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to play around for this a bit. It's a bit dark to film now, but there you go. Neons, finally, on my car. Brilliant. Bring neons back. So follow me on Instagram for all the updates about my car with its new neons. But for now, thanks for watching. Oh dear.